We just got a huge leak of all of the brand new upcoming Pokemon games for the Switch 2. Now, this is quite literally the complete upcoming lineup, which is very huge because, of course, we did have the Terra leak, but this is the new updated list, guys. Stuff that we know from real leaks about the games that are still in production, still in pre-production, and some other stuff as well. So this is a big video. You're not going to want to miss this stuff. And I'm going to break it down for you guys. We're going to go from the top to the bottom of this list. And some of these games may actually shock you. So of course the first one on this list is Winds and Waves, which obviously makes sense. This game is coming out next year, so there's really not too much I could say about this aside from all of the other leaks that I've been covering on the channel for the last couple of months. But we have a lot of leaks about the game. It seems like it's going to be a huge game. Now they still are working on the game, but we have had real big rumors about how they're actually apparently done with the game itself, but they're just kind of working on optimization stuff now. But I don't know, I feel like there's no way. They still have a lot of time before this game drop. So I kind of feel like they should just take advantage of this extra time they have to just keep working on it, keep, adding things here and there, changing things if it needs to be changed, that is, of course, for the better. Like all the changes and saying, like, I'm hoping it's for the better. But yeah, Winds and Waves obviously still happening because they have announced and everything like that. So that is coming out next year, which the leaks that we have had recently are claiming that it's going to be a late 2027 release. So, and of course, the deeper we get into this list, like the more we talk about this specific list today, the crazier it gets. Because there's a couple things on here that I'm like, dude, that is actually insane. So the next one is a Pokopia DLC. Now this one is awesome because Pokopia is great and it's in co-development with Omega Force, which is a division of Koei Tecmo, and of course they helped with Pokopia. With that Pokopia DLC, apparently we know from 2024 documents that the following areas were planned for the DLC, and we don't know really what changed since then. But for example, the Viridian area was actually going to be part of the base game but ended up being cut. So of course you can see Viridian, Cerulean, Cinnabar, Lavender, and Celadon right here, which you can see kind of the descriptions of what they would have been. And they were originally planning on releasing these one location at a time, not all at once. Okay, so moving on to the next one on this list, a Winds and Waves DLC. So I guess you could say we're getting the less, shocking things out of the way first, because obviously Winds and Waves, Pokopia DLC, and a Winds and Waves DLC. Yeah, we know those are all going to happen, right? But this is an update, like the current list of stuff that's still actually happening. So of course, Winds and Waves DLC is in there, and we have a leak about they are apparently working on the DLC now. How is that possible? That is actually insane. They should focus on the first part of the game first that hasn't came out yet, and then do a DLC later, because obviously that should just be bonus content. We have had, issues with Pokemon actually reusing cut content for the DLC or something like that. I don't know. It's very controversial, so let's just hope that the DLC is good. We have had other leaks about them putting, less resources into the DLCs, so I don't know. We'll have to see if this is a good one or not. Okay, now we are finally moving on to, in my opinion, the best stuff, the most important stuff, and the most interesting stuff on this list. So, okay, Pokemon Project Karasu Legends 3. Now, in my opinion, this is probably the most interesting one because of the fact that I was never sure if Karasu was Legends 3, and I swear I've never heard this before until now, because obviously we have been talking about Karasu and we have been talking about Legends 3. There have been, you could say, rumors about Legends 3 being that Karasu game, and where this all stems from is Legends Galar. Legends Galar should be the third Legends game, according to the Terra leak. They were far enough in that game to actually have screenshots and stuff, not like, the final product, of course, but still. So is Project Karasu actually a Legends game, or is it going to be another mainline game? Because I swear we have had leaks of there being another Pokemon game out there that nobody knows about that is a mainline game but not a Legends game, and not an extension of Generation 10 or connected to any other Legends game. Apparently it was a unique one-of-one type of game, and I haven't heard anything about that in a while. But this is the first leak right here of Project Karasu, and now from this picture, we could say it's a Generation 2 game, potentially, right? Which could be, it could definitely be a Generation 2 game, but we have had people saying, yo, what if it's actually a Generation 5 game? Well, that's where this also gets interesting, because we also have Central League saying, notably, no Unova remakes are currently in development. Also, Generation 11 was planned for 2030, but obviously after Winds and Waves, multiple delays, now that plan is out of the window. So yeah, apparently Unova not happening at all, which we kind of knew, but this is just more information about how it's not happening. We're not getting a Gen 5 game. So that Karasu game, probably is Gen 2 because they actually originally were going to give us a Johto Legends game. But instead we did get Legends ZA, which is very interesting, like why they made that change. So that's why a lot of people are saying, what if Karasu could still be that Gen 2 game? But Central Leaks here is claiming that it's a Legends game. So I guess whatever this Project Karasu game is, it could be replacing Legends Galar with something else. Or maybe it still is going to be a Legends Galar, but just completely like reworked. Like maybe they scrapped the original product and they're just kind of like starting brand new from something else. But it will still be the Galar region. Who knows? We also had this leak from Riddler Coup a while ago. And this is an old leak and I still don't exactly know. I'm assuming maybe this is related to Project Karasu, or I don't know. It's a very interesting leak and I want to know what you think about this because I still think about this one a lot. Like I still wonder to this day, what does this mean? Now the Pokemon games that are in pre-production at this exact very moment, we have the Pokemon Project Seed, which is the MMO game, and MMO is basically a game with a bunch of online players where you could see in real time. Of course, we have Poke MMO, which is a fantastic fan-created game that's so fun, and I hope that the official Pokemon MMO is anything like that, because that's a fantastic game. A lot of people love that game. It would be insane if we had that classic art style of Pokemon in an official Pokemon MMO. That would be next level. This is definitely a game that has potential, I feel like, to be scrapped. I really want it, and it is still in pre-production, so they're still working on this game, you know, planning it out, doing whatever the heck they do in the pre-production. I just cannot wait for this game because this is probably one of my top 3 games that I'm looking forward to as far as the future of Pokemon goes. And the next one on this list is Generation 11. Yeah, believe it or not, they are pre-production Generation 11, which makes sense because Pokemon games take years and years, especially since Gen 10 has a 5-year gap in between Gen 9. So Gen 11 may possibly be 2032. If we're gonna go with that 5-year gap, which I'm not sure if they're gonna do again, but they could do that again. That could be the new norm because new generations are probably getting harder and harder because obviously they have to outdo themselves. They have to plan and create all new Pokemon, of course, make the storyline unique, make it different, change the graphics up. So it is possible we could be seeing a 5-year gap in between every single big Pokemon generation from here on out, which I would not be that upset about because we have been seeing plan after plan from Game Freak and they have these big ideas. So I'm assuming they will keep giving us Legends games, and I'm assuming they're probably going to even branch out to more other random mainline games that are, you know, not necessarily a Legends game, but still kind of like mainline type of game that takes place in a region that we already know of, or I don't know, a game that would take place in the Orange Islands. Like that would be something really cool for them to do. Somebody did ask, any chance of Generation 11 being that MMO, like Final Fantasy being an MMO and a main series game at the same time? Well, anything is still possible as neither games have entered full production, but it's very unlikely as the MMO specifically will feature old regions. That Pokemon MMO game, if you've never heard of it, it will feature the first, I believe, 4 generations. So all of the Japanese regions, plus I do think leaks were saying that Kitakami is also going to be part of that. So it should be a pretty big game, and it probably will be another new art style as well. Probably not the classic art style. And right here on the screen is the original, I guess you could say, release dates for all of these games. Some of these games are probably going to be changing a lot. So from the Terra leak, we have a ton of information about these games because they have been working on them for a while now. It will be awesome to see the final outcome, and I will continue to give you guys updates on everything that happens. So whenever anything changes or anything new pops up, brand new leaks, I will be giving you guys all those updates. So if you're brand new, please subscribe to the channel. Help me reach my goal of 50k subs. We're getting so close, guys. We are so close. Which one of these games are you looking most forward to? I'm just very excited for the future Pokemon. I'm pretty optimistic about it. Anyway, if you are around watching this far in the video, comment down below blue. Just the word blue. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.